Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. My name is Susan. I'm sitting up here on the upper rock. I'm a senior aviculturalist here at the aquarium, meaning I take care of birds plus a bunch of other stuff. And then Michelle is an assistant curator for our mammals and birds, so she takes care of lots of stuff as well. We pretty much take care of everything that's not a fish, as we like to say. We do feed fish to our animals, including these Magellantic penguins. We actually have two different types of fish that we're feeding them today. One is a herring. It's a larger, fattier fish. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Michelle. Or Vanna. And the other one is called a capelin. Da, 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 da. That one. So those are the two fish that we're feeding our Magellantic penguins today. You may notice some other black and white folks getting in there into this penguin habitat. They're not trying to blend in or become penguins. There are divers. We do have a team here that this is specifically what they do, and we also have volunteer divers. So if any of you are scuba certified and don't feel like you get enough diving in and think it may be kind of cool to dive with I don't know, a penguin, please go to our website, find out if we have openings available, and fill out an application. We do a lot of volunteering here at the aquarium. Michelle and myself are staff here, full-time staff, but we only have about 300 to 350 paid staff here at the aquarium, but we have over 1,000 volunteers. So you may say our volunteers kind of rule and help us out a lot, and that includes diving our exhibits. Out in the ocean, when algae grows, there's other animals out there to take care of it. It's a whole circle of life. And here, penguins don't eat algae. So because of that, if we did not have divers that get in a weekly and sometimes daily basis, this entire habitat would be covered in green algae, including the window. And that's what they're going to be focusing on today, is that window, to make sure that you guys, especially the little ones, whose head doesn't come to that water level, can see the penguins swimming in the water. You may also notice our scuba team has on wetsuits. I'm assuming they are probably 5 mil, possibly 3 mil that they're wearing. It's only about 60 degrees, so it's usually a little colder when we get into our 7 mils or our dry suits. But it does keep them warm coming into this exhibit, especially if they have to be in here for long periods of time. It can get quite chilly. The penguins, though, don't seem to mind at all. These animals are from South America, so they are used to temperate temperatures, as seen here in California. And then, of course, if they get cold, or excuse me, if they get warm, then they go into the colder ocean, or as in here, they can go into the colder water, again being about 60 degrees. Looking at the different penguins, you may think a lot different if you would take the time just to do some simple observations. For example, looking at their bellies and looking at the polka dots on their chest is an easy way to tell them apart. And when they come up on land, you may notice just the two on land right here. One is much smaller than the other. This one coming up to Michelle to her right is named Whatever. That's the actual name is Whatever, and because of that, she is quite a bit smaller than the one right in front of Michelle, who is Fisher. They have ID bracelets or ID bands on them as well, so that's another way to tell them apart is to look at their ID bracelets or their ID bands. Now Fisher back here is heading to the back area. We have, it's called the med pool or a back pool. We noticed a little bit of coughing earlier today, so an easy way for us to take a good look at them is to put them in the back pool, which is same temperature water as this, and then our veterinarians can come take a look with them with her in the back and take a look at him without having to go scuba diving to find that penguin. So they're going to come around and probably do a quick check on him, make sure everything is okay, and then more than likely he'll be returned back to the exhibit either later this evening or maybe even tomorrow morning, so we can keep an eye on him for a 10-hour period instead of just a few hours at the end of the evening. A lot of them up here, you'll notice a couple of them are preening or cleaning their feathers. Their feathers are waterproof, hence that's why they can go in the water, and when they come up, it basically runs right down their back. In a couple of months, they will be going through their molting process, and what that is they will be shedding or molting, getting rid of all their old feathers, and then they'll be growing in new ones. Right before they molt 100%, they will start eating much more food than what they are now. They average anywhere, I don't know, today it looks like we had someone eat 7 herring today. Kate was quite hungry today. So they average, I don't know, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, depending on the bird. And then they'll start eating 6 to 7, 7 to 8 to put on those pounds. Once they put on those pounds, then it is ready to molt time, because during molt again, they get rid of all those waterproof feathers. And if you don't have waterproof feathers, you can't go in the water very well. So they'll put on a lot of pounds, they'll sit, they'll molt, all their feathers, new ones will grow in, and then back into the water to hunt they go. We just passed our breeding and laying of egg season here at the aquarium. We do have 4 chicks. They are not on exhibit. They do not know how to swim, and we do not want them to roll into the exhibit. They still have their down feathers. They don't have those waterproof feathers. And if you want to see what a baby penguin looks like, you can check out our camera, our baby cam, our penguin baby cam at explorer.org. You can also watch these guys, so if you're at work and just need to take a break looking at something cute all day, tune in to explorer.org and check them out. And then again, if you want some cuteness added in, please go to that same website and click over to our penguin baby cam.